Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. Okay, bold take. Old women equal poor men. I'm going to put this on YouTube. I'm going to upload this to YouTube. God knows if they'll let it stay because they don't let me make fun of anything anymore. YouTube's just going to be kitty cat videos for me here soon. But this is, again, an article. And I made sure that this woman is not looking too spicy. So suck it, YouTube. Old women are equal to poor men. And the reason why I worded it that way is because this is from the CCP. And I thought this was funny because they're having a problem with the birth rates. They're having a problem with women that are kind of being a little too entitled and not selecting men. And so what is the CCP decided to do? They're saying, hey, you older ladies, you got to go with an unemployed man. Because you may not want them, but they probably don't want you. What's interesting is when you hear the age of the leftover women, it would be considered probably young by American standards. They say a bunch of places that I don't want to pronounce, a bunch of places in there in the CCP. Province is encouraging women to marry unemployed men with offers of special training and treatment for potential husbands. They're grappling with a declined marriage and birth rate, which has prompted a flurry of policies from local governments to address the issue. They say a county in central China has sparked controversy by offering a host of incentives to encourage leftover women to marry, including with unemployed men. Local media have reported amid rising concern about the country's dwindling birth rate. The province is offering preferential treatment for housing and employment, as well as birth allowances to women and their partners, according to the report from the Shanghai-based media, The Paper. At present, the phenomenon of older young female cadres and workers, so I guess they're still young, but they're the older young female cadres, remaining single in our country has become a very prominent problem, which urgently needs the care, help, and support of the whole society. The country government reportedly said in a document referring to women older than 26. Can you imagine being a 26 or 27 or 28-year-old and your country calling you leftover? That's the crazy thing, is that here in the United States, probably up till maybe the 60s, during the sexual freedom revolution, yeah, being older than 26 and not married, you would have been probably considered. Now, women are well into their 30s and 40s and not getting married or having kids. Mostly it's not getting married. They're having plenty of kids, it seems. And it's called Stunning and Brave. So you can see why women that are 26 and kind of watch Western media stuff and the movies and all that would be pretty upset. But I think it's funny that they're not, that at least over there, they consider women older than 26 to be unemployed, and they need to fix this birth rate problem so badly that they're going to hook them up with like men that don't have jobs. More controversially, authorities are trying to encourage women to marry unemployed men by promising their husbands vocational and entrepreneurship training, business loans, and priority for public service positions. The proposal has been slammed online. Being slammed where? Probably not over there, because if the government's doing this, you don't have so many rights to speak out against the government doing things. With women questioning why it was a problem if they chose not to marry. This most likely is being slammed and screamed about in Western papers. Just a guess. They say, I think I know why the marriage rate and the birth rate keeps falling. If they don't respect women or treat women as human beings, then the extinction of mankind is not fair, said one commenter on social media platform Weibo. Now, but listen to this. The country is saying we have a birthing problem. We need to get this corrected. We need children. We need to get this going. And so when they say, look, you're getting a little bit older, you're unmarried, we want you to have families, what about this selection of unemployed men that we will help you find a place to live, we'll get them working, we'll get them up on their feet. And the women's reaction is, you don't respect me and you're not treating me like a human being because you're requesting that I get married to an unemployed man. That's how low unemployed men are viewed by women, is that now you're telling them you're not even treating me like a human being. And so when guys don't make a big income, when guys are not really desired by women because maybe they're not successful or they are unemployed, they're quote, literally, and I actually kind of mean this. This is what this woman was saying. She's literally saying, I'm not being treated like a woman or a human being because you're asking me, hey, maybe look at this unemployed guy to get married to. Another said, why should a 26-year-old female cadre be told she is too old and has to have a baby with an unemployed rubbish? Unemployed rubbish. That's what you are, men. If you're unemployed, you're trash. That's what they think of you. Understand this. Understand this. They're grappling with a declining marriage rate and birth rate, which has prompted a flurry of policies. They already said that. They have a population of 240,000, is also collecting information from single women to establish a database for matchmaking purposes. Last year, a proposal from a senior think tank official to match their leftover urban women with unmarried rural men also sparked anger on social media. And they say leftover women, or shengnu, is a term used to describe unmarried, although usually highly educated and urban women as young as 27. And they have a historically low birth rate as of 2021. And it fell to 7.2 births for every 1,000 people, down from 8.52, the lowest rate since records began. So it is really dropping off. And here's the thing. Do you know what happened to make this drop off? Honestly, I really believe this. The westernization of the Asian women. Because if you look at the same things happening in the West and the United States, there are women that are literally saying, I'm not going to have I'm not going to have a family because, the climate's coming to the end, or we have too many people here, or we're going to run out of food, or whatever the other things that has been pushed for the last few decades. And so now people are like, oh, I believe this. So I don't want my kid to grow up in that stuff. And I'll tell you this, I'm glad I don't have a kid right now with all the craziness going on. But that got over there as well. So now it's almost becoming an extinction event because a lot of people are not having kids. Now, if you look down in, I think it is in Africa, their birth rates are as high as ever. So maybe that just means the dynamics of the planet change. I just think it's interesting. And it's to the point now where almost every country has talked about having to fix this, because no matter how many people you move around geographically, there's just not going to be enough people to kind of live in the same lifestyle and have all the availability of everything that we do today. Me personally, I think that's okay. I think it's okay if we shrank up a little bit, and not because I think anything is bad. I think we've got too many people with too many ideas and too many problems able to yell and communicate too easily for any of us to get along for much longer. But that's just my take on it. If you're on YouTube, YouTube sucks, so no dating profile for you, and no, I have some other fun, spicy things to talk about. So if you're on YouTube, you got to join me on Rumbles and Locals for that fun stuff. And for the rest of us that are still here on Locals, and Rumble, tongue twisters, I don't have a dating profile of the day right away, but I do want to talk about this. Guys, if you'd like to support my work, links are below as always. If you have, thank you very much. And the best way you can support me is like, comment, share, subscribe. Join me over on betterbachelor.locals.com, where we've got free speech forums. We talk about everything under the sun. I do individual one-off videos. I do live streams. I do special individual content over there for supporters. And you can support me for about 13 cents a day. So join me over on betterbachelor.locals.com, and we'll see you next time.